This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the San Diego State Aztecs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. From the gun, running back for no gain. Let's think just a little bit about San Diego State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have
picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end and just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Great place to start for this offense. The give out of the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Works the middle of the field. He's
when you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. I got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Power ahead. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
Brown will throw it. Looking for the score. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Missouri State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the move from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's moved. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And that last completion left him short of the sticks. It's 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sandoval. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Using his legs, it's Sandoval. Makes it past the marker. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Aztecs are marching down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Aztecs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Gets it out quickly. He'll be brought down at the 46, and he is well short of that first down marker. 4th down coming.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it.
Timeout, San Diego State.
The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display, and that sweet return there. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Hands it off. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Bears will call on their punt team.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job on the defense.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Caught in the backfield, it's Sandoval. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Moon. Still running at the 40. Lot of room to the right. Touchdown, San Diego State. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. UCF steamrolled its way to victory. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Orlando a ton of confidence. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to scramble. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Brown will throw it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and short kick. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. Back to pass. Thanks to grab. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. That's caught. It's moved. He's out of bounds at the 26-yard line.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Bear offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Brown wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Firing to the right, complete. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
A fair catch is called for. It'll give him great field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, we're about to get another look at this San Diego State offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
The give from the gun. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking for a man. It's Galladay. Caught near the sticks. It's Moon. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. So here comes the Missouri State offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got his man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
The run from the shotgun. Slithers into space. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. On the move. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the air, it's Galladay. It's complete to the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And the Aztecs getting set on 1st and 10. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the tailback. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, San Diego State. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Aztecs will kick it off to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
To the air on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't make the play on the interception, and, man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
There he goes.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Aztecs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so This coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
To the air, it's Galladay. They're working that left side. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two teams inside the Big 12 squaring off today, and it's now a final. Here's a quick recap. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the fourth quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Right on target this time. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Wants to keep it in the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Fires to the wideout. Just a hair too much on him from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Breaks the tackle. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Yeah, and it was a nice comeback route. Most important part of a comeback route, dude, I got to sell you vertical like I'm running a go, and then I sit down and I come back to the football, catch it. Nice route by the wide receiver.
Wants to go up top on first down. Fakes the grab. Touchdown Bears! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23.
Offense will take over. First and 10.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. And after that last score, this is just a two-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Makes the grab on the left. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. And now on second down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Galladay. Got his man downfield. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver working the curl route. Receiver got his depth, and he fought back to the football, helping make that completion a whole lot easier.
They'll try to sneak it.
The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Fights off a defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And the Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Hard running there. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a... Defenders are everywhere. It's a turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery, and you know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field, and these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. The give to the back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And these slant routes, you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Gets it out fast. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Might be changing the route. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, Just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Makes the grab. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. That'll do it for the quarter, guys, and San Diego State is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking downfield on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. Got a man. It's Rodriguez. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
And the Bears are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw again. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bears. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And the extra point was good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Galladay. It's caught. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have just, it doesn't exist in them. And you could tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those...
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aztecs. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. They have not been able to cover this guy all day.
Nah, I tell you what, this offense is featuring him. They're doing a really good job. This guy's explosive. He's dynamic. He's making big plays. And heck yeah, I'm going to get him the football as many ways as I can. Kudos to the offense for finding the guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Missouri State offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They didn't give him much on the return, but they are in prime scoring position at the 22.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Here's the pressure. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. Back to throw, it's Galladay. Makes the catch. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. That's why you never assume the first guy's going to make the tackle, and you have to keep running to the football.
Man, it's something you highlight every single week in defensive meetings. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Don't assume somebody's going to make it. Take the correct angle. Nice job. First guy misses. Second guy gets him on the ground, forces the 4th down, throws that fist up in the air.
And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
So here comes the Bear offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On the double. Go. Easy.
Quarterback making adjustments. Snaps it in the shotgun. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now, because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. The problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And when you're trailing by a couple possessions in the 4th quarter, you can't do much of this, much more. I mean, this offense has to find a way to attack the sidelines, the middle of the field, deep down the field. It can't be the little dink and dunk. This offense has got to find some explosive plays.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, you got to like these last 2 plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Finds his man. It's Rodriguez. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Got his man. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Offense now in the red zone.
The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
42 Spiders. Where you go?
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Okay,
First
ready?
and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it.
Here we go.
Gonna look downfield again. Fires into the end zone. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Step one by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go through the two-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late-game heroics.
So that touchdown was big, but just as big, this two-point conversion attempt to try to get it to a one-possession game. He's looking to throw. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
Two-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Kick this one away.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10.
Music, no.
They go to the ground. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Brings up second down.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Set, ready.
They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
And after that last run, we'll see if they keep it on the ground on 3rd. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That is how you form tackle. Put your head on him, bring your feet, get him to the ground. That's how you create those little birdies that fly over people's heads when they're running with the football, and you can see him getting woozy. What a great stick by the linebacker.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.